Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of Nanatsu no Taizai, or you can call it the 7 Deadly Sins, on chapter 285. Now, this chapter right here, and that way how it ended, yeah, next chapter, looking forward to it. So if anything else, let's just get this recap started. We have to it that Bond and Meliodas are like floating into like midair right now, and they can't do anything about it. As for Meliodas, he is forced to be separated from Bond, you know? Like, he came through Hawk's eye door whatsoever to the purgatory, while he is still in a cocoon when he took a commandment beneath him. So we see to it that like Meliodas really wanted Wild and Hawk to see each other again, but Bond says like, would you let me tell about Master about the song we return home, you know? Of course Meliodas says, do you really think Hawk will remember this? This big mouth of yours never changed. Even so, Mile will be pleased, don't you think? And Meliodas is like, yeah, but before they could be happy about it, the Demon King somehow stretches out his arm and grabs Meliodas. And we have to it that the Demon King's like, you're not gonna get the hell out of here, you hear me? I'm gonna kill you right here. Although Bond goes like, I'll go back to help you in no time. Until then, don't you dare give up. But Meliodas tells Bond, don't you worry about me. I'll definitely get back on my own. You go back in the head and don't you dare returning to help me. You got that? And Bond says, okay, I believe in you, partner. And we see to it that the Demon King's like, with this kind of strength, how do you plan to escape my hand? But all of a sudden, the Demon King tries to pull his hand back, but all of a sudden he has his entire right hand chopped off. He goes like, Meliodas, you can't be serious, right? And of course, Meliodas confirms this, you know? You said it yourself. I am afraid, because if I awake this power within me, I won't be able to stay alive on the other side, or I will cease to exist. But I've already made up my mind. And the Demon King's like, wait, stop. You will ruin everything. What are you trying to do? And Meliodas just tells his father off by saying, this is the first time I see you look so impatient. And the Demon King goes like, stop, stop. But it was too late. Back in the real world, and we have a message played here. In the real world, let's go back in time just before Mal's awakening. So before everything else possibly happened, we're going back in the time before Mal actually awakened his true self, you know, from Estarossa. And we see to it that Merlin and Gilthunder Hendrickson, along with like freaking like Ludishell, are looking at the dark space that Meliodas concealed himself into, you know? You can't really break into it, not to mention destroying unless you destroy its magical power from within it. So it seems that to me he does not want to be disturbed. But we see to it that Merlin also says like, even my perfect cube can't withstand it. So Rudishell, can you handle it? Of course, Rudishell really is upset at Merlin, because he knows Merlin has something that in order to like get this to work for her, she's not going to really do anything. But trying to keep the commandment stable as possible, so it doesn't mean it gets stolen whatsoever. We see to it that Ludishell is thinking in his mind that since Escanor has the power of sunshine, it will actually help out very greatly. The other two are not going to help out, but Hendrickson might be a good vessel and he will defend his life for me, you know, without the breath of bless or something. And we see to it that Ludishell ends up using Sanctuary and enters Meliodas' cocoon. We see to it that like the freaking, just by looking at that, Ludishell looking at Merlin, you know, that possesses Marguerite's body, says like, you know, the reaction from the commandment that Merlin possesses, making the sanctuary infiltrating more easily. So it looks like to me the commandment that Merlin has, which is faith, it looks like they're able to enter. But Ludishell says, you know, there's no turning back once we get through this. The only way to get out is to kill Meliodas of this dark zone. You know that, right? But Merlin says there's another way. We can return Meliodas back to normal. Isn't that right? Although Ludishell's not going to let that happen, because we all know who he is. He's a total douche, and he's bent hell on bent to kill Meliodas, obviously. We all know who he is. We saw it in the Holy War 3,000 years ago, and etc., etc., etc. Going on, we see to it that they see a cocoon right now, and that must be where Meliodas is at. But apparently, Zeldris, Chandler, and Cusack says, we're not going to let you freaking like interrupt him, you hear me? And this is like what Zeldris said. He says like, Escanor who defeated my brother Estarossa. So this is like before Mal's Mal's awakening. So we're gonna get a fight of what happened between the three. And we see to it that Escanor stares down against Chandler, like he just goes up to his face and goes like, "Oh, you ready to die, you little punk?" as for Cusack, he stares down against Merlin while freaking Ludishel, that's in Marguerite's body, stares down against Zeldris, you know? And we see to it that Ludishel still goes like, "This is the first time we've seen each other directly." And Zeldris is like, "And this will be the last that will do so." And we see to it there's a message: there's no way to escape, the only way is to win. The battle royale starts. The Goddess Clan and the Demon Clan are now in the frontal collision. Next chapter is called Flash. So it looks like to me, if it's called Flash, we would know that this has to be Ludishel's power. Because if you guys remember many chapters ago, Ludishel has a grace from the Supreme Deity that he has the ability of being super fast or just Flash. So we all saw that ability, but we haven't seen what else it is capable of, aside from moving fast in the blink of an eye or just slicing you in bits like no tomorrow. So yeah, anyways, aside from that, I thought the chapter was pretty nice, and I'm pretty sure all you guys might be confused about Meliodas' power. We did get confirmation that in order for Meliodas to beat the Demon King, he had to activate his own power, and the way how he managed to escape from the Demon King, or maybe cut off his arm, is by using the awakened power within him. So I look forward to see how this one's gonna go, especially when it goes to freaking 3-on-3, you know? Like Chandler against Escanor, Zeldris against Ludishel, and Cusack against Merlin. And we all know Merlin's pretty strong. I mean, her freaking spell is Infinity. How do you defeat Infinity? So, looking forward to that. So, until then, I don't know what's really bound to happen, but it's going to be very, very crazy. So, until then, I will see you guys in my next video. So, I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye.